That's right now. The 10th anniversary of the Westgate Shopping Mall terror attack was commemorated amid calls to enhance vigilance, act on intelligence and collaborate in the fight against terrorism. The Private Security Regulatory Authority, who toured various malls in Nairobi, said they will work with private security firms to enhance safety in malls. This comes as Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo said the government will enhance strategic partnerships with global partners in the fight against the global threat. Our reporter Tilio Marco has the details.
Exactly a decade ago, 67 people lost their lives while hundreds others were injured following a terrorist attack at the Westgate Shopping Mall. The aftermath left families in mourning, others maimed, and awakened the need for the country to beef up its security to forestall future terror attacks. On Thursday, the Private Security Regulatory Authority toured various malls to assess the security situation. The authority says they will partner with private security firms who are a crucial component in the war against terrorism and organized crime.
The private security officers have for years been a reassuring presence in almost all spheres of our economic and society. This broad and deep penetration of PSOs, the average number, as you're talking today, of private security officers in the country is almost 1 million boots on the ground.
The authority launched a private security force number distributed to security officers from various private firms.
This anniversary reminds us that we must continually improve the training of private security officers and enhance our security measures and foster cooperation between national security and organs and the private security industry.
At Westgate Shopping Mall, business went on as usual. A security guard at the premise says security has been enhanced since the 2013 attack.
Before we have some entrance, where now they have shutters that automatically you can, when there's someone attacks, we can secure people inside, whereby there's no one who can come inside. So those shutters are just automatic. You just press them, they close all the exit and the insist.
Meanwhile, Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo, in a statement, says the aftermath of the Westgate attack served as a testament to the collective strength and resilience, and that the government has learned invaluable lessons on vigilance, preparedness, emergency response, and the importance of never lowering the guard against any threat to the public security and safety. The CS has also commended the public for shouldering more responsibility in the management of security through information sharing and cooperation with security officers. Tilio Marco for Prime Edition.
A decade later, the Westgate terror attack. A decade after the Westgate terror attack, families of those who perished during the 3-day siege and survivors of the ordeal are yet to fully heal from the trauma. As the country commemorates 10 years since the attack, our reporter Frederick Parsayo interacted with some of the survivors and journalists who covered the ordeal and brings us the details.
September 21st, 2013. Judy Wanjau recalls the event of that day vividly. It was the International Day of Humility when tragedy struck.
So I tried to get through to my family and ask them what is happening. Can you check online? Can you switch on the TV and tell me what's really happening? So my in-law just laughed. They're like, you are just too much. What are you doing in Westgate?
Judy says that around 12 p.m., the peak hours of business, is when things went downhill.
I wanted to run. So at the back of my mind, I was wondering, am I running towards the danger? Where are the exits? Because I only knew one exit.
What did this mean to journalists who were covering the event?
Some of us were sleeping 2-3 hours, just to make sure that you get back to the office and give blow-to-blow account on the events as they happened. So we believe that many lessons learned. Perhaps would have done things differently, but it's a memory that stays with me for the rest of my life.
It was a trying time for journalists who were caught up in the melee as they tried to tell the story.
I remember my director shouting, "Lemoka, They are shooting. Be cautious, they might be shooting at you, you know. So at that particular moment in time, everybody went down. And my director was still shouting, Lemoka, you're on air. Just go on reporting.
Fast forward to 10 years later, the country has made progress in responding to terror attacks, despite the difficult memories that continue to haunt them a decade later.
Yes, I went for counseling for a month, because even when I heard somebody bang the door, you'll just react.
For other journalists, however, they say they have recovered from the trauma and continue to pursue the next story.
Whatever you saw, uliona juu ya kikazi, na immediately mukimalizana, you need to heal. Si ati ni kitu ya kushidaga umebeba. Yeah, so unaenda umeachilia polepole, una discuss na watu, na unapata una heal.
Trying to build the capacity of journalists in terms of covering news, and especially when we are under terror attack, a number of organizations in terms of just trying to take care of the psychosocial trauma for the journalists that are actually involved.
These are just samples of what victims and first-hand eyewitnesses went through. 10 years later, have they recovered from the trauma? Only time will tell. Parsai Frederick reporting for Prime Edition, Nairobi.